Hi, I'm Mary Ellen,
Hi, I'm Maggie.
and we'd like to share some memories of Sunday dinners and holidays with our loved ones.
We are not professionals and we're not experts in Italian cooking.
Our goal is to entertain and reminisce as we share some of our favorite recipes from our families.
So pour a glass of wine, pull up a chair, and join us as
The
Nonnas of Stonecreek. Salute!
Growing up in Brooklyn and the Bronx, our lives revolved around Sunday dinners with our families and our church.
Hi, today we're making a classic Italian meal, spaghetti sauce with meatballs and sausages. This is a recipe passed down from my nonna and my mother that taught me very young, and we're getting ready to begin. So, one thing my mother always taught me is you always use the same pot for your sauce. You never switch pots. So, we're going to start with about, if this is a smaller pot, maybe a quarter cup of olive oil. Okay? Then we're going to put in a half an onion chopped up. And of course, you always have to have lots of garlic. So this is about 4 cloves of garlic that's been crushed. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put this on the stove and we're going to turn it on to get everything a little golden brown. Okay? While that is cooking, Mary Ellen is going to start my meatballs, and I will tell you about that. That was another recipe passed down from my nonna and my mother. I use a pound of ground sirloin. Sirloin is better because it's less fat. So we put that in, and then a pound of ground pork. Not ground sausage, big difference, ground pork.
That's right.
Okay? All right. Now, I also previously shredded with a shredder another half of onion. So I'm going to put that in. And about 3 more cloves of crushed garlic.
Never have enough garlic.
Never.
Garlic is very important.
Then a chef at Mesa de Note taught me in a cooking class that you take sliced bread and you put milk, which we already did and it's already soaked. Instead of breadcrumbs, it makes your meatballs softer. We're going to put that in. Then we are going to put fresh parsley. Nothing like it. And you'll notice that I don't use a lot of salt and pepper. Now, for every pound of meat, and we have 2 pounds here, you do 2 eggs. So we're going to put that in. Okay. Now, Mary Ellen is going to mix this up after I put the cheese. I use Lucatelli Pecorino Romano. You do at least 3 tablespoons. Okay?
And doing it by hand is the only way to mix it really thoroughly.
That's what my mom said.
Right. And I took off my jewelry because I don't want to pick out, pieces of
So I'm going to check this to see if this is getting...
I'm going in, folks. Here I go. I'm mixing. And that bread, really, when you soak it, you don't even have to break it up. It breaks up when you mix the veal and, the pork. I forget what you...
Well, you could put veal, but it's hard to find veal in Ocala.
It is. Certain ingredients, you just have to be in the right place.
We used ground pork and ground sirloin. Less fat.
And we mix, and we get right in there.
So now
has to be together.
Oil is getting a little... I'm going to turn it up a little to make it
Now, you may want to use breadcrumbs. Everybody's different. Some people use breadcrumbs. This is the first time I've cooked with the bread and the milk, and so far it looks good to me.
Well, the chef taught me that, and I
That's
liked
right.
it better. I thought it made the meatballs
That's right.
a lot softer. And like I said, I don't use salt and pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mary Ellen cut up my sausage. I like it smaller. And once the garlic and the onions brown, we're going to throw that in.
Now, the size of your meatballs. Some people
Right.
like them as big as baseballs. Some people like them a little smaller and easier to handle. One meatball, if you make them that big, could be a whole meal. I like to make them around this size. Are you okay with this,
Yeah,
Maggie?
yeah.
This way, if you want to have two, you can have two.
The thing with the meatballs is some people bake them in the oven, some people fry them. My mother taught me you cook them in the sauce because it absorbs everything and it makes them softer.
That's the
So
way I
I
was
like it
raised.
that way.
Me too.
And I smell the onions cooking over here. So
Everybody's different on the meatballs. I see that all the time. You cook them first, you throw them in raw. I agree with Maggie, that my family, we always put them in raw. And I think they come out a little more tender. They don't come out as hard. But again, if your mother made them this way, that's the way you make them. If your
Now-
mother made it another way, you follow her recipe.
now for my sauce, I like tutti rossi, crushed tomatoes. And you get this at Publix. I already opened it up so we wouldn't have to hear the little opener. But this is a smaller version since I already made the bigger version for the prepared area. But I'll do 2 cans of tutti rossi, and these are 28 ounces each. And then for every 2 cans, I do 6 ounces of tomato paste. Now, it doesn't matter, I used a Publix brand. Some people don't like paste, but it makes the sauce a little thicker
Yes.
and adds to it.
Yes,
So
it does.
I think that'll work.
Speaking of sauce, a lot of people say it's not sauce, it's not gravy, or it's gravy, it's not sauce. Either way is correct. As long as you like it, as long as it tastes good, I really don't care what you call it.
Look at all the meatballs.
It all depends on where your family came from, when they got to America, and what neighborhood they settled in. Because they were all immigrants, nobody really spoke English, so somehow it evolved gravy, because they didn't know what else to call it.
Well, my mother said, and her parents were born in Palermo, Sicily. She said that gravy was a meat that you mix the drippings with flour and water and not tomato sauce. But before World War II and before the 70s and 80s, people called it gravy.
Gravy.
But my family's always called it sauce. So it's been a big controversy.
It's funny, my family called it gravy, and because that's all I knew, and once my family, we grew up in the Bronx in a close-knit Italian neighborhood, and once we moved to Long Island, people were saying sauce, and I was wondering, what are they talking about? Isn't this gravy? So I had to learn, and I had to teach myself to say sauce, but it doesn't matter. Either way is great, as long as you enjoy it and it comes out good. It's whatever your family enjoys.
So I put the salsita in. It's getting brown. Now, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
My
14,
goodness.
15, and she's still making meatballs.
I'm almost done.
And this is only a pound of each. Now, another thing I do, because since this is a small pot, and I've already had a prepared pot, you could freeze whatever meatballs and use it for another time.
That's right.
I do it all the time. Now, in my sauce, I told you I'm going to put the tutti rossi, the paste, and I'll show you the other spices. But I have fresh basil that friends give me from their gardens, or I buy at the new Sprouts, and I take it without washing it, and I put it in a baggie in the freezer. My mother used to say, so what if it has a little bit of germs? It ain't gonna matter, because it's gonna cook in the sauce. So
right.
this is my basil. I keep it all the time in the freezer. Works great.
It smells wonderful, by the way.
Yeah, works great.
Frozen or fresh, there's
Yeah.
nothing like basil. Okay,
Now,
here we
while
go.
Mary Ellen is doing that,
All done.
or maybe when I'm gonna go ahead and put the pasta. Now again, we're gonna make thin pasta tonight, and you could use rigatoni, ziti,
Anything.
whatever pasta you want. But tonight, we're gonna do, now, here's another secret my mother taught me. See, my mother's name was Josephine, and we call them her Josephinisms. She had an ism for everything. And this ism was that once your water boils, you put your pasta in, and then after I put a little oil in here and salt, but you turn it off. And when you turn it off and you put the lid on, the pasta will cook and never get mushy. Even if you don't eat the pasta for 40 minutes, you will find that the pasta will be perfect. So Mary Ellen will toss it for me every once in a while,
Yep.
so it doesn't stick together.
Stir it up.
The salsiccia is getting a little brown. We're waiting for a little more. But while that is cooking and Mary Ellen is tossing, I got a joke about spaghetti. So, there was this wealthy man, he was married, and he had an affair with an Italian woman. She gets pregnant.
Oh my God.
And he says, "You're going to have to go to Italy to have this baby. My wife can't know." She said, "Okay." He said, "But I will pay for everything." She says, "Well, how will you know when I have that baby?" He says, "Easy. Send me a postcard. And on the back of the postcard, write spaghetti." She goes, "Okay." So 9 months later, the man's wife says to him, "Honey, you got the strangest postcard today." He said, "Really? What did it say?" She said, "It said, spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. 2 with meatballs, 2 without, need more sauce."
I guess he got the message.
He got it. He got the message.
That's a good
So
one.
that's my spaghetti joke.
Very
So
good.
now back to the meal. We got to see what's happening over here. Got to stir this.
Smells wonderful.
Okay, so I'm adding my tutte rossi
Can-
and 2 cans. Now, you have sauce in here, so I'm going to add a little water. And now you're going to get my secret nonas recipe.
Oh, don't tell anyone.
Don't tell.
It's a secret.
So, you put that in. We're going to throw that out.
Sure.
And we're going to add 1 little can of tomato paste. The best way I get it out of this is with a knife.
It's the only way.
Some people don't use this. You know, instead of crushed tomatoes, some people just use puree. I can't.
It doesn't make the sauce thick enough.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm
Then-
the same way.
it's not good. Okay, my other secret, white wine, white cooking wine.
Ah.
You could use any white wine, Pinot Grigio, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc. I use the cheapest stuff from Publix. Nobody knows the difference.
It tastes good in the end. That's all that matters.
Maybe a 1/4 cup in this little pot. So,
Oh, Maggie.
all right.
Okay.
Then, another secret ingredient that my mother taught me is you need to cut the acid from the tomatoes. So you put sugar. So for every 2 cans of crushed tomatoes, you use at least 4 tablespoons of sugar. So the sugar goes in. All right. Now, being Sicilian, we like heat. So we put a little crushed pepper. I love my crushed pepper.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 2 tablespoons. Okay?
Goes a
Again,
long
I'm not
way.
using salt and pepper.
That's right. You don't need it.
I
Well,
use granulated garlic. I just add it for more garlic. And the next thing I do is Italian seasoning. I put some of that, maybe 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. Okay? Then the best is
the secret ingredient.
a fresh basil.
Oh,
You take it off the stem. You could never have enough fresh
I'm
basil.
telling you.
Just put as many as you want. And you stir it. So now Mary Ellen will put some of the meatballs in here because we got a lot of meatballs.
Oh, yeah. Now, be careful.
Remember,
Don't break the meatballs. It's very important. Gently drop them in the sauce, and when you stir the sauce, what you do is you take your wooden spoon and you go down the side of the pot.
Exactly.
And gently
Yeah.
drag it across the bottom, but you don't go in there because you'll break the meatballs, and then that's the end of that.
And
So,
we don't want to break the
no,
meatballs.
very important.
So like breaking the you know what. And remember the Italian man. He had two with meatballs and one without.
Is there going to be room in here for all these, Maggie?
I would just maybe
Yeah, how
do
many
6 or
you think?
7.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
We'll
yeah.
have to freeze them.
Three,
A lot of
4.
meatballs.
The spicy meatball. Remember that commercial years ago?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I have a screen because sometimes the
6.
sauce splatters, so you got to put a little
Okay,
screen.
I put 7 in. Yeah, it bubbles like the La Brea tar pits, and you don't want to get...
Yeah, put the little screen. So, while this is all happening and we got the pasta cooking, and remember, we turned it off, so that'll be soon. Mary Ellen thought that this would be a good time to tell all of you how we met.
Oh, my gosh.
So-
We've been friends for 13 years, and we met by accident, really. It wasn't an intentional meeting. Maggie was the director of nursing at a local assisted living facility, and I was there because I have an older brother that was thinking of moving to Florida and needed some help, so we were touring the facility. And Maggie showed us around, and it didn't take long for us to start talking. She's from New York, I'm from New York, Queens, Bronx,
Sicilian.
both Sicilian, and boom, we were instant friends. And we've been friends ever since.
Yes, and then we both lost our husbands. I lost
Yes.
my husband first to pancreatic cancer, and then
And
she
then my
lost her
passed in
husband.
2016, yeah.
I remarried, and then I met a wonderful man that lived in our neighborhood that said I would like to meet a nice Italian woman. I told him about her. They got together. The rest is history.
We're married 5 years already, yeah.
And I was the matron of honor.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we have a history,
Yeah.
a history.
And then we saw the movie The Nonas with Vince Vaughn and Susan Sarandon and Brenda Vaccaro and
we said,
we said we can do this.
we can do it. We are the Nonnas
Of Stonecreek. We love to cook. We have so much in common,
Yeah, yeah.
and here we are.
And here we are, and hopefully for many more years to come.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right.
So what's going on
All
now
right,
on the
let's
stove?
check it out.
We got this.
We got this sauce going,
Okay.
and that's cooking.
And the pasta's cooking.
And you want to taste it?
Yeah, let me
Now,
taste
another thing my mother used to say is if you throw it against the wall and it sticks, it's cooked.
Oh
Well,
my gosh,
I don't think
yes.
we're going to throw it against the wall, but is it cooked?
A little bit more.
A little bit?
Just
Okay.
a little bit, but it's just
All
almost
right.
there.
So, this is spaghetti with meatballs. You can put
Oh my
little
God.
pork bones in there. You can put brajol, that's another
Oh,
cooking
that's
show.
another
Yeah.
show, brajol.
And I've never made spaghetti and meatballs without eggplant, but today we didn't have time to do all that.
That's another show.
Eggplant goes with it,
Yeah.
and garlic bread. And I make a really good pizza bread that I stuff with
yeah.
mozzarella and
Yes,
pepperoni,
you
but
do.
we'll have to do that another
It's
time.
another show.
That's another show.
We're going to have plenty of shows. We got a lot to cook.
We have a lot.
All right.
So,
let's check on that pasta again.
once that's done, we're going to get our taste testers in here. And maybe we need to go get the taste testers and tell them. I will do that.
It's time to get to work.
Yeah.
And while Maggie's getting our taste testers, we're going to take a little break, but we'll be right back. If you're Italian or just wish you were, my novel, The Love Letter Ghost, is the book for you. The story takes place on Long Island, New York, when Angie suddenly breaks her engagement and her Italian grandfather hatches a scheme to reunite the couple. The pasta hits the fan when his plan backfires, while a mysterious ghost magically writes love letters to Angie. A fun, fast read you won't put down until the identity of the ghost is revealed. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Goodreads, Kobo, and Apple Books.
Welcome back. We have plated the dishes for our taste testers to come and taste our delicious spaghetti meatballs with salsiccia and the meatballs. And we're going to put a little bit of pecorino romano. That's my favorite.
And this is the famous sauce pot.
Yes.
Maggie uses this just for
Remember I
sauce.
told you. So, we are going to have our taste testers. Where's our other taste tester?
Where did he go? Well, this is one taste tester. This is my husband Carmine. The other Nono, he tasted last time, and Alan is here somewhere. He'll be with us shortly. So, yeah, that's yours, honey. Why don't you give it? Oh,
That's very impressive.
isn't it?
I don't know where he is. Oh, here he is.
I gotta say.
Fantastic, Mama. Thank you.
No, Alan. Come on,
And
Alan.
here comes
Taste it.
Nono Alan.
Here. I put it. Here, wait. Right here.
And you can,
And you did
Yeah.
you taste the meatball?
No.
not yet, not yet. I
That's
mean,
good.
these are the no-nos we cook for all the time. And occasionally, when we have a lot of family over.
What do you say?
That's great.
Very good.
That's our husbands.
Yeah. These are our guys.
They love it.
We can always count on them, but they love it. That's the truth, no matter what.
We're very fortunate to have such good cooks.
Oh, thanks.
Aw.
Honey. He's such a good Papa Bear.
So what do you say?
Oh, what do I say? Well, folks, thanks for watching, and join us next time for another episode of
The Nonnas of Stonecreek.
Remember, you are what you eat, so you might as well make it something good. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Manja.
That's right. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook.